We rebuke. Come on, children. We rebuke false gods. We rebuke. We expose false gods. We expose. We rebuke false gods. Okay, I'm gonna let a few more people get on in here so y'all can see what time it is about this false god Yahweh. It is time to rebuke the false doctrines that has been scattered amongst our people from the creators of Judaism. Yep. Have Sabah bring me the charger. I guess this word is called Yahwism. Yahwehs. I don't know. I don't really care how you pronounce it. It's not important on how you pronounce it. I'm going to type in the spelling for you. It's in the title. I need you to bring me the charger. Before my phone died. I don't need this information. I have to go away. Okay. It took you. Why did it take you this long? Because you were in your bed. You need to go find something educational to read. Put up them quoting scriptures, and I'm gonna test you in a little bit. It ain't gonna take me long with this. All right. Yahwism was the historic mono. All right. Since I'm on this, you can just Google it for yourself too and follow along. Yahwism was the historic monotheistic worship of Yahweh in the ancient Israelite kingdoms of Judah and Israel and Samaria. Yahweh being one of the many gods and goddesses of the pantheon of gods of the land of Canaan, the southern portion of which would later come to be called the land of Israel. Yahwism thus evolved from Canaanite polytheism, more than one God, which in turn makes Yahwism the monotheistic primitive predecessor stage of Judaism. So Judaism actually comes from the worship of the Canaanites. All right, let me put my screen resolution down. Go ahead and show you that. And you can simply Google Yahwism. I'm reading right now from the Wikipedia. Some people say it's not really, I guess they say it's not really like credible, but I'm going to carry on. Yahwism thus evolved from Canaanite polytheism, which in turn makes Yahwism the monotheistic primitive predecessor stage of Judaism and Judaism's evolution into a monotheistic religion. So Judaism stems from Canaanite worship, which tried to act like they only worship one Most High. We all know Judaism is not even really the worship of the Most High of the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Bible. Despite modern Judaism and Yahwism both being the very veneration of Yahweh, the distinctions between the two belief systems are quite clear. Unlike the religions that would descend from it, Yahwism was characterized by henotheism and monotheism, which recognized Yahweh as the national God of Israel. So that's talking about the nation of Israel. That's talking about that Israeli people over there. But nevertheless, gave acknowledgement of to the existence, though not necessarily the worship of other gods of ancient Semitic religion, or more specifically of the other gods of the Canaanite pantheon from which Yahwism emerged, such as Baal, Moloch, Asherah, and Astarte. So somebody want to talk about I'm blaspheming Tell my son, Yahweh, you damn right. I don't care for no Yahweh. Even my daughter always knew when we first realized this. Yahweh, she felt uncomfortable even saying this in the name. People that call on Yahweh, they're really worshiping Baal, Moloch, Astarte, and Azeroth. I'm exposing you Yahweh worshipers out there. And if you don't know, you better go search a matter out. Stop being asleep. Stop being ignorant. The reason why we was going to wake up in the last days, because Abba knew that all forms of research was going to be at your access. If you ignorant, it's because you choose to be ignorant. If you dumb, it's because you choose to be dumb. But you know, they want to call me a welfare recipient, yet I simply took the time out of my day to Google up what the source of Yahweh being a Canaanite God, as in my higher Bibles told me, and there I found it. Searching these names will have you search some other stuff, family. YHWH, the Tetragrammaton, the real Israelites were in captivity, so the Masoretes injected their God into the Bible. The Tetragrammaton, or unpronounceable name found in a satanic pentagram, often translated as Yahweh. This is crazy. The exact translation, let me turn my screen resolution up since I ain't got it on there. The exact transition between what is now considered people talking about it don't matter what name you say. It definitely matter what name you say. It definitely matter what name you say. You can't say Yahweh and talk to no. The exact transition between what is now considered the monotheistic Yahwism and monotheistic Judaism is somewhat unclear. However, it is evident that the event began with the radical religious amendments, such as the testaments of Elijah and the reforms of Hezekiah and Josiah, had been fulfilled by the end of the Babylonian captivity, where the recognition of Yahweh as the sole God of the universe had finally secured a majority of the Jewish people. Hey, Talia, you Jewish? Just go ahead and tell the truth, Talia. Is you Jewish or no? Because I'm coming to find that you say Yahweh, you over there, and this is rebuking that this is a God of the Jewish people. The Jewish people don't like our men. They don't like us. They don't like our worship because they want us to do that little stupid little dance. So are you Jewish? Because you call on Yahweh and you got your trolls come on my channel exposing, trying to call herself rebuking me for saying Yahweh, for denouncing the God of Yahweh, which is a God of the Canaanites, which the Judaism people, when they went over there, they had to find something. They had to find something to claim, because after all, we must remember there is a people out here that took on something that didn't belong to them. So when you make a lie, you got to keep your lie going. Eventually, the lies are going to come out. The lies and the liars are going to be exposed. Let me get me a jacket on, so my bra straps ain't showing. Go ahead, family. I typed it in the thing. Google what the roots of that is. Seen one person came and fled. It probably was her. Or her little trolls that working for her, who ain't got a backbone, who ain't got no fear of the Most High, but they got a fear of Talia. I ain't scared of Talia. I'm gonna expose you and I'm gonna do it with glee. That's what I'm gonna do. Origins of Judaism. Origins of Judaism. This article discusses the historical roots of Judaism throughout the first millennium BCE. For the origins of modern day religion of Judaism, see origins of rabbinic Judaism. The origin of Judaism. According to the current historical view, in contradiction to the religious account as described in the text of the Hebrew Bible, lie in the Bronze Age, amidst polytheistic and ancient polytheistic. Hold on, I'm writing these words down because I'm going to research these words too. Poly sounds like more than one. There is no poly worship in Shem. We don't. Well, there might be this Shemitic. Well, they always say people are anti-Semitic when they're not even from Shem. I think that word Semitic is actually made up too. Yeah. We're going to get to that word. Just bear with me. I'm trying to write this word down. Polytheism. Oh, yeah. Polytheism is the worship of more than one deity. Poly, more than one. All right. Amidst polytheistic ancient Semitic religions, specifically evolving out of an ancient Canaanite polytheism. So the ancient Semitic religions stem from the ancient Canaanite polytheism worship. So what you're seeing today of the Judaism worship is actually stemmed to Canaanite worship. Something that our Father warned us about, to stay the heck away from the Canaanites and their gods, because they had more than one. Then coexisting with Babylonian religion and synchronizing elements of Babylonian belief into the worship of Yahweh, as reflected in early prophetic books of the Hebrew Bible. During the Iron Age, the Israelite religion became distinct from the Canaanite polytheism, out of which it evolved. This process began with the development of Yahwism, Yahwism, the monotheistic worship of Yahweh that gave acknowledgement to the existence but suppressed the worship of other Canaanite gods. It's like Christianity. Later, this monotheistic belief cemented into a strict monotheistic belief and worship of Yahweh alone, with the rejection of the existence of all other gods, whether Canaanite or foreign. During the Babylonian captivity of the 6th and 5th centuries BCE, Iron Age 2, certain circles within the exiled Judites in Babylon refined pre-existing ideas about their Yahweh-centric monotheism, election, divine law, and covenant into a strict monotheistic theology, which came to dominate the former kingdom of Judah in the following centuries. I don't know about y'all, but if we would have just pleased our Father and just kept his commandments, if we would have just never went off, where would we be today? From 5th century, okay, where was I at? Okay, theology, which came to dominate the former kingdom of Judah, When you see that map with the kingdom of Judah, it says that during the Babylonian captivity, every time we went into captivity, it must have been simply because our ancestors were getting curious about other deities and gods. And then because I said, you want to go snooping off, I'm going to let them overtake you. When they overtook us, they made sure whatever we did get was contaminated with their gods so they could keep us in downness and so they can stay in rulership. This is what all these nations did, family. We need to search out the root and origins of every single name and make sure we're calling on the right one. Where's my scriptures? I want to show you why this. My scriptures are ripped. I'm getting another one. My sister sent me another one. Ooh, I gotta get some tape. Hi, children. Come sit down and color. Hasselby, you too. I want you in my presence. I want you in my presence under my watch. Psalms 91. That's why it's important. Psalms 91, verse 14, 15. I want you in here with my presence, coloring, being within, my eyesight. Okay. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him, and I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation, because he hath known my name. Majority of you are calling on the name that you're calling on now. Did you search out that name, or did you just go with that name because majority of the popular crowd was saying that name? Did you search a matter out? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Sabadiah.
That's not me.
What is that smell?
Wow, Newman. No, that's not me.
Is it him?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, beloved.
No.
Okay, let's just move on. We're not going to embarrass anyone. We're going to read on. Like I said to you all, when I read in those Bibles that I find out to come,
it's shiny farting all day. Farting.
It's Sandy farting all day.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, family. The Most High spoke to me one day through his spirit, said that they cannot say his name. The real one, they cannot say it. That's one. For two, when I look in these different Bibles, like I just Abba showed me through the Cipher Bible, what name is in those Bibles? Okay, just think about that. What names is in those Bibles? And can you take him to the bathroom, Zion? And what's I going to say? I'm going to lose my train of thought. Okay, the names in those Bibles that they published, the Amalekites are those people that were our captors. They made sure that they put, because it's not just it's not just Amalek, but it's the Canaanites. It's majority of these people that probably took us in captivity. They made sure they took from our stuff and put their stuff in there, because they knew when they was reading our book that it said that if we seek our Father and call him, he will fight for us. And there's only one name that he could be called upon. I know that the Mashiach has different mantles, right? Not different mantle, but like he's a deliverer, he's a kinsman, he's a savior. But let me just show you something. Because this is not no game out here. Let me pick up another window. Okay. I didn't say that. They're trying to be slick. See how they trying to be slick? Okay. Oops, I didn't spell it right. No wonder. Okay. Okay, what I'm reading here, I type in, you can try it too. Shalom, Omni, I think that's how you say Omni, 2020 Omni. Proverbs 30 verse 4 says that the Most High knew this was going to happen and was warned. What was going to happen? That they was going to take our stuff. I know. Now, I'm going to put it to you like this. I just typed in my definition, my phone into Google, definition of Yasha, okay? I'm going to read the definition, then I'm going to read to you well, you know, that little thing, to be like, people also ask or stuff that's underneath it. I'm going to read that too. If you have the opportunity, you can do it as well. You spell it like this. Yasha, Yasha. It says, Yasha is the Russian diminutive form of the male given name Yaakov, of the equivalent of the given names Jacob and James, meaning of these words as well as the name as fame, renown, glory. So excuse me, Zippy.
No. Ooh.
All right, Yasha meaning in Bible, Old Testament, Hebrew lexicon, New American Standard. Oh, let me see. Okay, what does Yasha mean in Arabic? The meaning of the name Yasha in Arabic is a Muslim boy's name. Okay, the meaning of Yasha. Okay. What is the Hebrew word for save? Hebrew word for save. Notice it said, what is the Hebrew word for save? When used in loftier context, listen and repeat an active causative verb. A word better translated to redemption. Okay, so it's got these little sign things, but I don't know that. Listen, repeat. Notice I typed in Yasha, but underneath the Google thing, it says people also look up what is the Hebrew word for save. And then it says better translated to redemption. Listen and repeat. Okay. Let me see. What is the problem with you?
I want water.
Let me see. Okay, that's what it's. I put. Wait, I got this screen resolution. Let me try to put the screen resolution down so that y'all can see. See, I've typed it in. Oh, we was going to call on him by many names. Yes, brother. Yes, we are calling him by many names. For one, we're in many different nations. We're in, different places. So we're calling different names. But if you're not going to take a name and consider in this awakening the origin of the name you're calling on, we just found out the origin of Yahweh is to a Canaanite god that Judaism, modern Judaism, took. Because remember, there's a synagogue of Satan out here who has taken something that don't belong to them, who are not a people, trying to be a people. So when they had to come up with being the people, they had to come up with a fake doctrine. They had to come up with a lying, deceiving religion. And you just want to make sure you're not following that. That's how I feel. I want to make sure I'm not following it. Okay. Now they want to flood my phone with all this shenanigans and radical ideas. Okay. Now I'm going to just go back to the last joint I was at. Talking about the origins. If you just look up the origins of Judaism, you're going to find Yahweh in there. Don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you I'm just giving you a piece of the puzzle that you can research on your own. You have just as much access to the internet as I do. I would assume, and if not, you can find a way to something. Because when I Google a Bible with no pagan terms, this is what I got. And in this Bible, there's all kinds of things in the back of it that exposes the paganism and the traps of the pagans putting their stuff in our scriptures. We gotta fight for this. Our ancestors had to fight to keep our scriptures. We need to fight to search a matter out. Fight to make sure we're standing sure. I don't want to say nothing that an Amalek or a Canaanite or any other deity. I don't want to say any of their names. I'm not playing. I don't care how long it takes to make this election sure. I'm going to do what it takes because my father means that much to me. Aren't you tired of being beguiled? Aren't you tired of being tricked? Aren't you tired? No, I'm not with GOCC. I Googled this Bible before I even knew about a GOCC. I told you, I Googled a Bible with no pagan terms. I don't deal with no camps. I'm not saying I'm not trying to talk bad about them. When I put up a video and said, watch this video, was because that specific video he was doing was a lot of information and our people should check out. There was some serious information in there. I learned from a lot of these camps because they, are on the corners. Majority of people, you start some way and you end up another way. After all, the Mashiach is responsible for me being redeemed to my Father, and the Spirit of the Most High is what leads and guides me. It's His Spirit that tells me to Google this. His Spirit that tells me to search this out. So you guys, so you're saying that name is pagan. So you're saying YHWH is a Canaanite God. I ain't saying nothing. I'm reading to you what's history. How about you just not sit here and listen what I'm saying and just Google the origins of Judaism. Google things by the origins of it. Google the YHWH. Google it. Pray on it. What proof do you have? Because your leader was a oh my gosh. He's definitely annoying. What proof do I have? Are you lost? Do you need to find your way down the hall somewhere? Are you okay? You don't need to Google. Do you know how to spell? What language do you speak? Do you know how to speak proper English? Was that a typo? You know the Dead Sea Scrolls? I don't know no Dead Sea Scrolls. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to read it because I speak English. I don't speak the language that was written in the Dead Sea Scrolls. All I know. I said that word. Zebediah, quiet. No. Let's what? We're in a race right now. Let's put it like that. We're all in a race. Shut your mouth. I'm not playing with you. You see this belt? Hashatan's mad. He's getting exposed and I don't give a darn. What proof do I have? I'm going to tell you what proof I have. I took it upon myself to Google a Bible with no pagan terms. And I got this. And when I got this, there was information in the back of it that also explained to you about the YHWH. Don't sit here and argue with me so that you ain't got to be held accountable. You take that energy you got and go search a matter out. I don't got time to argue with you. If you don't want to, you want to throw GOCC up because they say higher or Yeshaya, you can do what you want to. It seems to me they're the only camp that got the right name, period. I don't care how you feel about it. Period. I know my father, when he gave me a dream, that the one woman that was dressed up like she was in the truth, which represented the another deity, it's so much it represented. Israel is the woman, okay? But in my dream, there was another woman who was fighting me for my scriptures, fighting me over this Bible, fighting me over the name. Disguised herself with fringes on, looked like she was holy and everything. But the judge put her to sleep. And this was the book he showed me in a dream. This is the name he showed me. He let me know it may be a fight for this name, but I don't care. So you can go that way with that. And you about to get blocked. You about to get blocked. It predates the source. GOCC leader claims that you're talking about a leader. What is that racket he keeps throwing? Stop it. Let me tell you something. I just told you I don't deal with GOCC. I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of that camp. I put up a video for recommending everybody go watch his recent video on the preparation day because he was bringing out information that the people are sending our people to the coronavirus ward when our people are not even sick with the coronavirus. That's why I felt the need to put it up because that was a message that was necessary for our people. You're not going to come here and attack me about what's your issues or whatever it is with GOCC. I'm not in no camp. I follow the Ruach HaKodesh. That's period. Take it how you want to take it. You're going to have to see the judge. You're going to have to give an account for whatever name you're speaking out of. And if you're mad, oh well. I don't care. Talking about you don't have to Google. You don't have to search. No, you can continue to just follow the crowd. Keep on. Broad is the way and narrow is the gate. Keep on and have a good old day. And if you try me with something else stupid, I'm going to block you. I can't read Hebrew. Okay, great. It's always you boasters who think you know Hebrew. But then this said in the beginning of this whole thing, we was going to be speaking him from a different language. It doesn't matter what language you speak. There's only one name. There's only one name. Don't need Google. Oh, that's great. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm having a great day. I'm going to continue to have a great day as I move along. And this ain't even Google. It's providing the information on the origins of Judaism. See, it's little simpletons like that. When he goes before the judge and this day is brought before him, what's he going to say? He got Canaanite deities all over him, all in his spirit, because he'd rather argue with me rather than search the matter out. Like I said to everyone on here, what brought you to the understanding of the name that you state? Did I say any names? I asked a question that we're all to take within our own self and ponder and search the matters out. After all, we're going to be responsible for the names we speak. We all know we're in captivity. We all know what the heathens did. If you just stop right here within Christianity, if you speak in English, majority of those who speak English have been beguiled by Catholicism. That's within our time. You go further back in that, what else would you find? I'm not going to be upset because you choose to be a fool or you choose to be ignorant, because I know we're not supposed to call our brothers fools. Scripture said that. They call somebody a fool is in danger of the hellfire.
It's too hot.
You're saying about a base heater. I'm going to get back to what I was doing, family. From the 5th century BCE until 70 CE, Israelite religion developed into the various theological schools of Second Temple Judaism. Besides Hellenistic Judaism and the diaspora, Second Temple theology was significantly influenced by Zoroastrianism. This stuff breaks my heart even reading this. Like, where are the real ones at? Stand up. If you really, really love the Most High and you really, really want to search and you really want to make sure the name you calling on is the holy name. How do you feel when you read this stuff? Because each time you read about certain things happening, you can read behind that your people was conquered by that. Your people was martyred and killed because they wanted to stand for righteousness and they was forced to take on another God. What is that shirt you're wearing?
I'm gonna pick it up.
Where does it belong, son?
In the trash can.
Okay. I love you. Go do that, what you need to do.
In the trash.
I assume he might have. Did he come back? I'm going to do him a favor.
Who?
And I'm going to make sure. You know, I'm not going to block him because guess what? I can't stop him from getting. He might be told by the Spirit to come back. And I'm not going to be a stumbling block.
Who?
But he didn't disrespect me. He just stood with that spirit because it's not his fault. He's just got some mess on him right now. If it's a he, I would assume that's a he. Okay. Back to this. The text of the Hebrew Bible was radicated into its exact form in this period, and possibly also canonized as well. This is so heartbreaking, man. Rabbinic, Rabbinic Judaism developed during late antiquity. During the 3rd to 6th century CE, the Masoretic texts of the Hebrew Bible and the Talmud were complied in this period. The oldest manuscripts of the Masoretic tradition come from the 10th and 11th centuries CE in the form of Codex. I can't even say the word. What is the problem? It's okay. Just pray for him when that spirit comes. The oldest manuscripts of the Masoretic tradition come from the 10th and 11th centuries CE in the form of the Aleppo Codex of the latter portions of the 10th century CE and the Leningrad Codex, dated to 1008 to 1009 CE, due largely to censoring and burning of manuscripts in medieval Europe. The oldest existing manuscripts of various rabbinical works. I guess it's like the rabbis, the rabbinical works are quite late. The oldest surviving complete manuscript copy of the Babylonian Talmud is dated to 1342 CE. This is all if you look up the origins of Judaism. Yahweh's name is all in there. Monarchy period of Yahwism. Here's a picture that I used for the thing. What is it? I can't even speak because it's probably spirits trying to curse me because I'm bringing this out. But I was gonna put a standard up. I know I trust in the Most High. He's got me. Image on a Pythos shirt found at Consulate Arjud. Below the inscription, Yahweh is assuring. I'm gonna type in here what it said. Yahweh is up in here. Suck of this nonsense. You want to say this name, you go ahead and be given account for it. And his Asherah, and his wife. Asherah. It said Yahweh and his Asherah, depicting the two as bulls with the Egyptian deities. Oh my gosh. When our ancestors came out of Egypt in the wilderness and they made the golden calf, bull. They were bringing back the Egyptian gods into the camp. Levitical law, the Levitical priesthood was known for bringing forth nonsense in there. Tilly or Levi.
Come back here.
The two standing figures are sometimes seen as representation of the divine couple, while the seated lyre player behind them is an entertainer. Alternatively, many art historians identify the standing figures as representations of Bes, B-E-S, on account of their distinctively bovine faces. Zionism has argued that Yahweh was represented as a Bes figure, though there is little evidence for this. It is also possible that the images on the pot have nothing to do with the inscription at all. The Iron Age kingdoms of Israel or Samaria and Judah first appeared in the 9th century BCE. The two kingdoms share Yahweh. Yahweh as their national God, for which reason their religion is commonly called Yahwism. Other neighboring Canaanite kingdoms of the time each had their own national gods. Chemosh, I'm going to write that name in. Shemash, I guess. I don't really care. Their names don't deserve no respect because it's not my father's. Okay. Other neighboring Canaanite kingdoms of the time had their own national gods. Shamash was the god of Moab. So that is the god of Moab, okay? The deity of Moab. Okay, the one I just put up is the deity of Moab, all right? Moloch, the god of the Ammonites. So Moloch, Moloch, is the Ammonites. We're exposing all y'all. Okay, that's their deity. Quas, okay, the god of the Edomites. Edom's gods, deity. And so on. And in each kingdom, the king was his god's vicary on earth. I'll read that again. I'm gonna start from the very top. And I'm gonna go real down. I'm gonna go down slow, and then I'm gonna put it up to the screen so you can see it. Other neighboring Canaanite kingdoms of the time each had their own national gods, like national flag or national anthem or national symbol. Each had their own national gods. Shemosh was the god of Moab. Moloch, the god of the Ammonites. Quas, the god of the Edomites, and so on. And in each kingdom, the king was his god's vicary on earth. So it's like, because around Christmas time they use Santa Claus face, like, or like they made white Jesus because the white people have a white God. So these people would make their gods look like them because they didn't have a God. Edom's name alone means wasted away. You have no heritage. The various national gods were more or less equal, reflecting the fact that kingdoms themselves were more or less equal, and within each kingdom a divine couple, made up of the national god and its consort Yahweh and the goddess Asherah. In Israel and Judah headed a pantheon of lesser gods. I'm going to put my screen resolution down so that you may see it clearer. This is hurting my heart. I don't care. This is hurting my heart. You know how many precious people out here, how many precious souls. They don't know. They just trying to find their way to the Father, and they're falling back into the same stuff that our ancestors was into. I'm going to read on. So it says that, I'm going to type this name in here. Asherah. Is the goddess of Yahweh. Okay. And our ancestors went into headed a pantheon. I'm gonna write that down. Pantheon of lesser gods. What was the first commandments, family? Thou shalt have none other before him. That's the first commandment. By the late 8th century, both Judah and Israel had become vassals, I guess, I don't know, of Assyria, bound by treaties of loyalty on one side and protection on the other. Israel rebelled and was destroyed in c. 722 BCE, and refugees from the former kingdom fled to Judah, bringing them with the tradition that Yahweh, already known in Judah, was not merely the most important of the gods, but the only God who should be served. This outlook was taken up by the Judite landowning elite, who became extremely powerful in court circles in the next century. The Pharisees, landowning elite, who became extremely powerful in court circles in the next century when they placed the 8-year-old Josiah reign. Oh, Josiah. 8-year-old Josiah reigned 641 through 609 BC on the throne. During Josiah's reign, Assyrian power suddenly collapsed. Good job. And a pro-independence movement took power, promoting both the independence of Judah from foreign overlords and loyalty to Yahweh. That's right, as the sole God of Israel. It was a young man, an 8-year-old, who restored us from this nonsense. All you grown-up people should be ashamed. He had enough sense to take into consideration to search a matter out. With Josiah's support, the Yahweh Alone movement launched a full-scale reform of worship, including a covenant, i.e. treaty, between Judah and Yahweh, replacing that between Judah and Assyria. By the time this occurred, Yahweh had already been absorbing or superseding the positive characteristics of the other gods and goddesses of the pantheon, a process of appropriation that was an essential step in the subsequent emergence of one of the Judaism's most notable features, its uncompromising monotheism. The people of ancient Israel and Judah, however, were not followers of Judaism. We were not followers of Judaism. This majority of this modern so-called Hebrew is Judaism language. Trying to tongue-tie all in nonsense. They were practitioners of a polytheistic culture, worshiping multiple gods, concerned with fertility and local shrines. Oh my goodness. This is what Judaism is all about. Judaism is all about, they were practicing of polytheistic culture, worshiping multiple gods, concerned with fertility and local shrines and legends, and that were not written in Torah. Elaborate laws govern ritual purity. Listen, elaborate laws govern in ritual purity. So when the Mashiach came and was eating and then washed his hands, they was like, oh my gosh. Or putting the stuff over. You know the Mashiach was rebuking Judaism all up in the New Testament. It's all making sense now. This is why they hate the Mashiach. This is why they're questioning him being the only begotten. And that's why they spitting all that and disrespect and dishonor to him. And this is why he's on his way back. And he's going to crush these devils once and for all. He is. I'm going to put this up for you to see it. Looks blurry. Let me put my screen resolution down so you can see clearer. Now, you can follow along with me if you Google the origins of Judaism. Tell me something. I don't need Google. I can read Hebrew. Go ahead, you simpleton. Go ahead. Go ahead and read what these same enemies gave you and said, this is your Hebrew. Idiot. You supposed to believe that we're going to fall as a people of our own language and somebody else is going to be able to restore our language back to us? Does that even make any sense? So he came and undid what he did in the Tower of Babel. He only did with us on the day of Pentecost. That was restoring back the Hebrew language then. He said on his spirit, he going to pour out in the last days. Not a language, his spirit on all flesh. And his spirit on the day of Pentecost, when it was poured out on all flesh, they spoke in a language where everybody who was there understood mysteries of the godliness in their own language. Stop playing. The people of ancient Israel and Judah, however, were not followers of Judaism. They were practitioners of a polytheistic culture, worshiping. Now, this is a lie. They're trying to say the ancient people of Israel and Israel. Okay, if they were ancient, and that was the ancient rebellious ones, but we were not doing that. We were not doing polytheism. We were mono, one, Echad, one Most High, no one else beside him. The people of ancient Israel and Judah, however, were not followers of Judaism. So it's like they're trying to make Judaism here look like it was pure. You see that, family? They were practitioners of a polytheistic culture, worshiping multiple gods, concerned with fertility. And wow. They tried to say our ancient people was worshiping shrines and doing all this stuff. And it depends on how ancient you go. Like I just said, it was probably the ancient ones who was following behind. You see, I was trying to make Judaism look like it's as if it's the pure one. If we lost our heritage, Jeremiah 17, verse 4, you was going to lose your heritage, your culture. It was going to be completely forgotten. Then what people are these people who've claimed to always have the Hebrew, the understanding? Who are these people? They're surely not us. They're not our people. Worshiping gods concerned with fertility and local shrines and legends and not written in Torah. Did you catch that? In other words, Judaism is written in Torah. But you just but see, this whole thing just exposed Judaism. So that's why you got to be able to have the discernment to see between the lies. Let me put my screen resolution so I can see better. All right. And legends and not written in Torah. Elaborate laws govern ritual purity or an exclusive covenant and a national god. Second Temple Judaism. Development of rabbinic Judaism. Family, I got to get off of here and tend to my children. But just check this stuff out, please. Please do research, please. On Yahwism. Now, that's Wikipedia. Now, let me go to Google then. We say, oh, Wikipedia is not that good for source. That's not that good source. We're going to look up the origins of Judaism. Children, what are y'all doing? All right, let's hear it. Here's a picture. Here's an image. Jewish history begins with the covenant established between God and Abraham. Is that true, family? Is that ISH pertaining to Abraham and Isaac and a covenant? Around 1812 BC, over 3,100 years ago, during the Bronze Age in the Middle East. Is there such thing as a Middle East, family? Did the Most High say to Abraham, go this direction, you're going to go middle of the east? Did he tell him that? Did he tell Abraham, go to the middle of the east? Did he tell Abraham, everywhere your feet set, everywhere the sole your feet touch, I shall give you? He put his feet all up on all the land of Canaan. All that land belongs to Israel. Not that little tiny piece they call it Israel. the Torah, Jewish law. No, that's not origins of, no, that's not it. See, Wikipedia, Judaism, founder, beliefs, and facts and history. Let's see. Here you go. Here comes the synagogue of Satan, who do lie, say they're Jews and they're not. It goes contents, Judaism beliefs, Torah, founder of Judaism, the temples, Jewish holy books, Talmud, Shabbat, Judaism and persecution, the creation of Israel, types of Judaism, Jewish holidays, sources. Judaism is the world's oldest monotheistic religion dating back to nearly 4,000 years. Followers of Judaism believe in one God who revealed himself through ancient prophets. Family, listen here. Every source is going to lie for them. I put it to you like this. Look at the names they use and the names they say. Do you want to say those names? Do you want to serve their gods? Because I never heard them say Ahia. And I never heard them say Yeshaya. You ask for the daggone sources, the origin of it, and he get this mess out. Okay, that was from the History Channel. No wonder. Pagan origins of Judaism. It's all pagan. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Somebody got a video on it. I'm gonna type their name in. You can see you can check it out for yourself. It says in this video they got 0846 Yahwist, Elonist, Priestly, Deuteronomy. Okay. Pagan origins in Judaism. Boom. Let me get the name of this person's video. Sig. All right, that person's name has a video on. The video is titled Pagans and Judaism. I'm about to get off of here. How did Judaism get its name? Origins of Judaism in brief. And that's that star. That star. You see some camps with that star. Why she ain't never rebuked? Talia, I got to ask you a question. Or any of your followers who know her, can you take this over there to her? Ask her this. Tell her to tell me this. Why you ain't never rebuked any camps that got that star? Why you only coming for people who don't have a star? Why you ain't coming for them agents? Yeah, tell me that. Judaism and belief. Let's see.
Judaism embraces the intricate religious and cultural development of the Jewish people through approximately 30 centuries of history, stretching from the Bible to the Roman Empire, to medieval Spain, to the Enlightenment, to modern times and the founding of the State of Israel. The result is an experience that reflects a mysterious relationship between religion and peoplehood. From a religious perspective, Judaism is a theistic system, but from a peoplehood perspective, it is also the group memory of the manifold communities and cultures formed through the ages. Not only of Torah, divine revelation, and mitzvot, divine commandments, but also diverse cultures and languages. Among others, Hebrew, Aramaic, Greek, Arabic, Yiddish, Ladino, and English. It includes politics, whether in Poland, America, or Israel. And it includes the whole range of Jewish education and family life, food and festival, music and dance, and custom and humor. Judaism is not just a religion, it is the sum total of all the diverse elements that make Jews distinctive.
Okay.
Judaism as a religion is often...
So she's just probably giving us from a review that, oh, it says Judaism in brief. So she tried to brief it up all up. Okay. Even when you listen to these people, you hear the lies. They're not the Jews. It's quite clear. It's quite clear. Because Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4 says they was going to lose their heritage. Ask these people, when did they lose their heritage? And the origins of Yahweh. If you run into a land and you have no heritage, you have no real God, you got to take from the other ones who was in the land, take from the people you conquered, put some together, and then there you get Judaism. That's what they did. Reading that within the real scripts, that people who were probably just doing research and people who didn't even know, scholars or whatever they want to call themselves, like people that want to go travel and stuff like that, they probably be like, yeah, says something here, it was rebuking. Oh no, because we have the real Hebrew here, and this is the real Hebrew, and it says this and then the third. And they know the person who's like trying to search a matter out doesn't know Hebrew, and they're like, oh, okay. Kind of stuck with my foot in my mouth. But the bottom line is this. The fruit is still presenting itself. Even the Mashiach rebuked him and exposed him. Just like you have Gentiles teaching Christianity and telling us that we're Gentiles. So if we're Gentiles and you're Gentiles, and the white people, those white Jewish people are the real people, does that make sense if you look at them as a nation? It doesn't make sense. That would mean if there's white Jews, and that would mean the white people are an off branch of them. Would that make all the other nations the 12 tribes? No. And I've come to say, every name they say, I don't want to say. I don't want any part of it. I'm good. Go ahead and look up the Yahwisms, which is the title of this video, and the origins of their deities. And you'll see. And if you get this Bible, Yasha, I ain't trying to promote this Bible. I don't know the guy who made it. I ain't get nothing out of it. Only thing I get is me doing what I was told to do. Search a matter out. It ain't going to hurt you. It's cheaper than the other ones. And it'll give you information. It'll give you information, family. Because that wicked star, it said YHWH came into practice during the captivities, as some of the Israelites adopted this Armenian god deity. So look up the Armenian deity then. Check that out. Let me highlight that. So the Edomites, it said, it seems that the use of a personal name for God, specifically YHWH, came into practice during the captivities, as some of the Israelites adopted this Armenian deity. The name probably came officially to the Israelites' religion when the Edomites joined the Jerusalem temple about 150 years before Christ. There is evidence that Yahweh had been the Edomites' Lord as far back as 1400 BC. The oldest known appearance of the name YHWH outside the Holy Land was in Egypt about 1400 BC, where it's found on the list of 5 other scared names. Ramesses is a book of Ramesses. It's in there. AR. Look up the origins of that deity. All them deities I gave y'all. You're going to find that Yahweh. He's going to keep on popping up. I gotta go. This is over. It's just heartbreaking. So much against our people. I love y'all so much. Shalom. And even when you're doing research, please pray. Pray over yourselves. Guard your portals. Guard your minds. Abba will be with you. I mean, he's already going to be thrilled that you're searching the matter out. Shalom.